Hi!
Hey, listeners!
Hello, Channing. Hello, listeners.
Hey, Mar.
Hey, girl.
What's
How
up?
are you? You know what? Not much. I'm literally having the most relaxing time right now. I am in Florida. I am sitting on my parents' backyard deck thing, drinking
Aw,
peppermint tea, watching the sun go down in 74-degree weather.
that's
So
so nice.
So
That's
when
so
I
nice.
said not much, that was actually a long answer for that, but
Right? Do you know what your parents' back porch reminds me of?
what?
It reminds me of that one time that we were like, I don't know, 16 or something, and it was New
Uh-huh.
Year's Eve, and I wrote this crazy long list of things that we needed to do for New Year's Eve, a checklist. And I'm
Um,
still going strong with my checklist. That's this podcast, trying all the shit on my list.
oh my God, it came full circle. Also, just FYI, I still have that piece of paper
I know
somewhere.
you do. You showed it to me one time.
Also, can we please tell everybody a few of the things that were on this New Year's Eve checklist?
You've probably looked at it more than I have, but I know drinking sparkling cider was, and like being in the hot tub.
Okay, yeah. I mean, obviously, two good things to do. One of
Yeah.
them was salsa. So, I remember we went in and I feel like it was salsa two ways. It was let's salsa dance, and it was also let's have some salsa. And
Probably.
I think it was. And so, we were in my porch, and we were listening to the Dirty Dancing Havana Nights soundtrack,
Duh, because we
which
were obsessed with it during that
which
time.
yeah, and I understand that maybe it didn't get good critical acclaim, but damn did we love
Whatever.
that movie. Yeah, right?
Freaking loved it so much.
It was so good.
Diego
So yeah.
Luna has never been cuter.
Oh my God. And then did you know that he makes an appearance in Rogue One in the Star Wars movie, the standalone Star
Yeah.
Wars film? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, yes.
Diego.
Yeah, see, oh my God, fancy meeting you here. Um, So yeah, we're in my porch listening to that soundtrack, literally full on doing every salsa move that we could come up with.
Yes, this is an exact snapshot of how we were then.
Wait, oh, a snapshot. I was like, no, there was not Snapchat then, Channing. That's
No,
not.
snapshot.
But could you imagine if there was Snapchat then? How many weird ass videos we would have?
Oh my God, I know. Yeah, that's what blows my mind about this generation underneath of us, like they have their life is so documented.
Yes. And I feel we still do weird stuff now, but not anything compared to 14, 15, 16.
No.
like
No, that was some weird shit.
we were some weirdos. We were awesome. We were weirdos.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I don't remember the rest of the list. I will find it. And if I find it, I'll take
It's
a picture and
amazing.
I'll post it to our Instagram.
Okay, cool. Oh my God, yes, do that.
It'll be
That'd be
amazing.
fun.
So yeah, what are you up
Cam and I just got back from looking at a possible place to live because
to?
we
Ooh.
have we told our apartment complex that we're moving out and our lease is up in a month, but we don't have anywhere to go. So,
That's how that works,
yeah,
doesn't it? Oh
yeah,
my God, it's so
yeah.
stressful. Are you
It's a
okay?
little stressful. I'm okay. And I know that I'm going to Florida on Wednesday, which we're fucking missing each other again.
We have now
It's
done this twice. How are
in the
we
last
always in the same
month
in
or
the last
two
month?
months.
How are we yes, how are we always in the same state but not together? It is a
Right.
travesty.
It's so stupid.
It's the worst. But why are you going to Florida?
My sister's bachelorette party, so we're going to
Oh
Miami.
yes. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
turn up.
Yeah, for real. But as soon as I get back, school starts. And so I'm going to be really busy and I know I'm not going to be able to look for a place. So I might be homeless in a month. We'll see.
All right. I mean, I'll take you in.
No, I know.
Like, I don't know how that's going to work out for you since we live in completely different states, but like, I will take you in. Also,
I hear you, and I appreciate your offer.
I definitely have a tent that somebody gave me one time. So if you want me to ship that to you, I got you, girl.
I would love that. For real, I would love that.
You will find a place, but I understand. It's like literally the most stressful because like it's like you can't find the place until you're ready to say that you're leaving, and it's like a catch-22 situation.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's stressful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so right now I'm like doodling in a notebook like you did last time because I was inspired by that idea.
Right?
And I'm drinking a spiked seltzer.
Ooh, those are fun.
Yeah, they're yummy. It has a little mermaid on the front of it. It's from Trader Joe's. I'm drinking the West Indies lime flavor. It's like LaCroix, but like alcohol.
But like sparkling. Yeah, I mean, not, nope.
I mean, yes, sparkling it is, but...
like LaCroix or LaCroix, however you decide to say
LaCroix.
Okay. Yeah,
I prefer to quack when I say it.
I was going to say, maybe accept it that way. Just FYI, we support any way you choose to say it. LaCroix, LaCroix. We don't care. You do you be yourself, and no matter what, that is some delicious sparkling beverage.
Yeah, for sure.
But sparkling seltzer is great because it's like, I feel like it's like hydrating. It's like pretty low in alcohol. It's just like a really chill beverage.
Yeah, it is. It's nice.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Oh, so you have your thing, and I have my peppermint tea.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I know we're not there yet, but I'm so excited for your try. I don't know what it is, and just like not knowing is like making me so anxious and excited. And like,
I wish you could see my face. Do you know like that gift?
Wait. Let me guess. Wait. Okay.
Go,
Do you have your hands? Do you have your hands on your face? And are you like your shoulders are up by your ears?
No, it's not that one. No, try again.
Okay. Oh, it's like it's a emoji?
It's a gift. It's a gift. It's a little girl gift that's excited.
Oh shit, I don't know.
It's the one you were so close.
I feel like you're put on the spot. I'm so nervous.
You're like, let me think of every single gift that I've ever seen. No,
they're all running together in my head.
So it's the one with the little girl, and like she's got her hands in little fists, and she's shaking them as fast as she can. With the craziest smile. That is exactly a picture of what I was doing because I'm so excited about my try.
Oh yay! Okay, I'm glad. Okay,
like my cheeks.
We'll get there.
Like my cheeks. I know. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, we will get there. Speaking of tries, should we talk about what we did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So for those of you guys who maybe didn't listen all the way to the end of last episode, we, our try for this week or for this episode was doing Ashtanga yoga, which is a style of yoga that like it's the exact same poses every time, and it's like linking the breath and the movement, and a lot about like energy locks in the body. And also, like, another part of it is, like, the Ashtangi lifestyle, which is, like, waking up with the sun and doing Ashtanga first thing in the morning before you eat. And, yeah. So that was what we were doing, you know, to the best of what we could do over the last week.
Yes. So that was our first, well, that was our second try. Because our first try was trying to start a podcast. And I would say we have
Yes, we have. Even though iTunes is still taking forever, we're still not on iTunes. Maybe we will be by the time we post this.
Oh my God, like what is up? I mean, because Spotify's great. Thank you so much, Spotify. But like most people listen via iTunes.
Yeah.
You're taking forever.
Hurry up.
Hurry up, iTunes. Apparently we just become like old, like, I don't know, like 1940s, like grandmothers.
Yeah.
Get on that iTunes, hurry up and speed up the process of I don't know what I'm doing.
It's frustrating. I don't know. I like it though.
Thank
Okay.
you, but I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
So yeah, okay, so this week we did, or last week we did Ashtanga yoga as our try. So should
Yes.
we get like some initial reaction? Like, do you wanna,
Yeah, I feel like you
yeah,
have something that you want to say. Go say it. What?
I want you to go first.
Why? Okay,
Honestly,
like initial reaction, like a short, brief initial reaction to the week of Ashtanga.
yes.
Um,
What if we do it in 3 words?
okay. I
Okay.
could do it in one word or like a
Okay,
one
go.
combined word.
Ooh,
Uh,
like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
no.
Okay.
No. Half-hearted?
That's good. That is real good. I have 3 words.
Okay.
Not for me.
No?
No. And I've been dying to talk to you about it. It has literally
Really?
been killing me because we've been like, we wanted to like kind of like surprise each other with how we felt about it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. No
yeah,
way.
not,
I love Ashtangi. You didn't like it?
well, no, I actually, well, we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Okay, well, get into it. Go for it. What are we waiting for?
Okay, so okay, so I love yoga.
Yeah.
But this is actually going to get a little, it's going to kind of take a turn that I don't feel like people are ready for, but it's okay.
Oh,
Um,
shit.
because that's life, right?
You have to
So
be ready for anything with this podcast.
you really do, especially with us.
Yeah.
So okay, so w- growing up, I was like super active. Like I played a ton of sports. I played basketball like from second grade to like my whole till high school. Like I ran cross country. I was a lifeguard. Like I did all the things, right? Like I loved to
Yeah.
be athletic. It was a great time, right? And then
Yeah.
in college, I kept up running and I did Zumba and I became a Zumba instructor and I had dance class, which I still love dance class, but all that stuff, right? So when I hit the age of 23, I got diagnosed with Hashimoto's. And
Hmm.
Hashimoto's is an autoimmune disease that attacks your thyroid. And so I don't know if anybody knows this. Literally, just a disclaimer: I am not a doctor, and I am not a Hashimoto's specialist, other than the fact that I have it. So if I say something
Right.
wrong, I'm so sorry, but this has just been my experience. But
Yeah.
so I got diagnosed with Hashimoto's and so it attacks, so it's an autoimmune disease where like your body's constantly attacking your thyroid. So you can kind of, your thyroid gets all out of joint. You can kind of swing from hypothyroid to hyperthyroid. It's really frustrating. It's a tough nut to crack. It is not a fun thing because everybody is so different. Hormones are so tricky. And
Right.
that's what it's messing with your hormones. And so a lot of things happen to you. And so after the initial diagnosis, I was finally, in a better place, like medically, with, supplementing my hormones. This is like a lot of like annoying stuff to talk about, but, I was finally in a better
No,
place.
not at all.
But what I realized is, so what ends up happening is, your metabolism kind of changes and just like the way your body and your endocrine system work, just they change. And so what ended up happening was like I wasn't able to like work out hard like I used to.
Right.
I just couldn't do it, right? And so it's kind of been a struggle for me because another thing that happens a lot of times when your thyroid gets all out of whack is like, it affects your metabolism. So then not only is it affecting like weight gain, but then it's also affecting like,
Energy.
it's giving you fatigue. And so you don't want to work out. And then when
Right.
you do work out, you know how usually like you feel better? Like I remember I used to
Yeah.
go on like long runs or do like hard Zumba classes and like go hard cardio and I
Right.
would feel so good. But then all of a sudden, like I wasn't feeling good after that. And so it's taken me quite a while to figure out like what my body is okay with. And it's so
Right.
funny. So I looked up, like if this was real, because, a lot of times it's, hormonal stuff is so hard. Like hormonal stuff is so
Yeah,
hard
it
because
does weird things.
it's all your body, and it's a lot, it's kind of emotional, and it doesn't, it's hard to put your finger on what's happening. But I
Right.
looked it up, and it's actually, so this is a symptom of Hashimoto's. It's called exercise intolerance. And so,
Huh.
right. And so exercise is actually really good for people with Hashimoto's. It's not that it's bad. It's the duration and the intensity.
Oh
So
God.
I don't know if like you know anything about Ashtanga yoga. You do, but Ashtanga yoga is an hour and a half, and it is crazy intense. It is so intense. So I was like really
Now I feel bad.
it's okay. It's okay. No, so okay, so I thought that I could handle it because okay, so because I was like, I do yoga every day, and I have found
Right.
so
Yeah.
much
Oh,
joy
definitely.
in doing yoga. I love it, and it's helped my body to become something that I like again, and something that like I am
Yeah.
proud of again. It's made me strong. I love it. I look forward to yoga every day so much, right? And
Yeah.
so I was like, well, because, I've been doing yoga every day, like I'm going to be fine. I'll be fine doing this, right? Okay. Um, so because I'm 100% person, that I will give it my all. I will try. This is why we have this podcast. I'm
Right.
all in.
Right.
So I did it. And girl, let me tell you, I was wrecked for 5 days after. I am still sore. Have not yet
No.
have not yet fully recovered. I
Oh my
know
God.
it's so sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
Oh.
okay. But I think for me, I learned a couple of other lessons that like are kind of like lessons that are actually taught to you in Ashtanga. I just didn't
Yeah.
necessarily learn them through the Ashtanga practice. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you more about those things that I feel like I learned,
Okay.
but I want to hear how it went for you, Miss Half-Hearted.
Okay. I'm so sorry that like you did you do it just the one time?
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Because then you were
So yeah, because it makes you so again it's the duration. So it was an hour and a
yeah.
half, right? And the
Right.
intensity, it was pretty intense. And so yeah, I didn't recover. Like I was so sore, and like my muscles just weren't recovering. And so
Oh.
I know. And so I was doing light yoga practice, but even that was hard because I was so
Yeah.
sore.
What
Yeah.
was sore? Like
Um,
what was the most sore?
really weird parts of my body, but like my legs, which is weird because my legs are super strong and like they don't ever
Yeah.
usually get sore. And
Right.
then some really weird muscles in my traps.
Yeah,
Like,
see what I always notice is the front of my shoulders get sore.
yeah, you could say that that was also sore for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, oh my God, I, I told my husband, he was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm wrecked. That yoga wrecked, like it
Oh,
wrecked me."
buddy, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We didn't know, that's why you try things and then you learn.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but that is not to say that it honestly, if I didn't have this thing that I, deal with, I
Right.
would probably love Ashtanga yoga. Like
Yeah.
this would be my jam. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I hear ya.
when I did it, it felt amazing. I was on a
Yeah.
high, and then
Yeah.
my body doesn't work that way anymore.
Right, right.
But like
Yeah.
I can see how it is an amazing practice. It is just not for me. So
Yeah, but I love that you like met yourself, after doing it, you met yourself where you were and were like, I'm not gonna try and do this again, you know?
I mean, that would have been the dumbest today. I was like,
Yeah.
I am just now recovering. Like you, it's been like
Oh,
7 days.
you
Like
do all of the vinyasas?
I did all the vinyasas because I'm an
Oh
100%
shit.
person.
Yeah. See, okay, so maybe like I've done Ashtanga off and on for years. And so like I've already learned the lesson of like, I did it one time when I did all the vinyasas, and yeah, I was sore for a long time.
Yep.
Probably not to the same extent, because I don't have a autoimmune disorder,
No.
but yeah, yeah, I do probably a third of the vinyasas.
Yeah,
Like
that's real smart.
when I'm totally busting out and like kind of putting my 100%, I'm gonna do probably 2/3 of the vinyasas, but I never do all of them. It's so
Literally,
many.
for anyone listening, please take her advice.
Yes. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
don't do it. I know they feel good because you're like, oh, I know how to do this. It's an easier thing than these crazy
Right.
stretches that like she's making me do. But like, no. Like, just don't.
Yeah.
Just like child's
Well,
pose.
especially in the seated portion where like after every single side, you're doing like, 6 different seated poses and on, both sides. And after every side, you're doing a vinyasa. It's like 12 vinyasas in that one little short section. It's just so much. And so it usually during the seated portion, I'll do every other or every third vinyasa. Cause I just don't, I don't want to die.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, agreed. Like, and anybody that can like do it, um, like who is like healthy enough to like do that full thing, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
anybody that
Yeah.
can do that, I, I am a like I don't even have words for you. Like you are amazing. You are an awesome. Also, it's probably a person that's been practicing for like a really long time. Like to get that good,
Yeah,
like you need to.
definitely.
This has to have been. Well, I think you mentioned that to me. The guy, Shri K Patabi, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sri K. Patabi Joyce.
So did you mentioned that to me? Like he explained something about it being like lifelong.
Yeah. Do you want me to explain it?
I do.
So it's like a progressive practice. Like you're supposed to kind of meet yourself. Like the video that we watched was like her doing the full, well, it wasn't the full primary series, but most of the primary series, like, and she wasn't saying a whole lot of modifications. She wasn't telling you to skip vinyasas. Like this was, so that's almost like a pinnacle of what a lot of people get to in their lifetimes. Like most people don't move on to the second series. Um,
I
but basically,
fully believe that. Like I fully
yeah,
believe
the
that.
second series is insane. Like it's insane. Um, but like basically the way that it works is you're supposed to work under a master, um, and you're supposed to like meet yourself where you are and only do what you can do and continue to push yourself until you, um, can do the full primary series, like, and still stay with your breath the whole time. And once you can do that, then you can move on to the secondary series if you feel like you want to. But like that's a lifelong practice,
That's
So just having
literally
on a YouTube video, right?
like you turn 60 and you're like, I maybe can now, because I've done this every single day, move on to the
Yeah,
secondary. Like, I mean,
right,
yeah,
exactly.
what? Yeah,
Yeah, and so, but like meeting ourselves where we are is like just not part of our culture. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking about that in the pose where I don't remember what it's called, but it's a balancing pose where she has you either do tree pose or you like cross
oh yeah,
your
mm-hmm.
your upper foot into half lotus and then fold.
Oh
And
yeah,
she says, if you can't grab your toes, don't fold. And this time I listened to her, but I've done that before in the past where I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna fold. And I like fall on my face. And
yeah.
it's
Oh,
like,
I
don't go there if you're not
absolutely
ready for it.
no, I absolutely did not fold. Okay, so
Yeah.
I want to hear a little bit about like your experience, but just to build on that really quickly,
Yeah.
I it's so funny how like as you get older, like you really start. I know that I've probably used this quote before and maybe in the last podcast, but like it's one of my favorite quotes by Kierkegaard. It's you can only um life can only be understood uh backwards, like looking back, but
I
can
don't think you
only
did use that quote. That's cool.
yeah, but can only be lived forwards. So it's like when
Uh,
you're in the moment, like, you don't know, you can't look back on that moment when you're in the moment, right?
yeah.
Like
Right.
so yeah, so it's so like I love that quote because, you know, you are right about our culture. Like we don't think about meeting ourselves where we are and then building slowly off of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I've tried in a lot of areas of my life to implement this. It's really hard actually, but when I do it, it's better. But I think it's like just so hard for us to admit kind of to ourselves like that we're at this level. And the only way
Right.
that we're going to get to
Right.
this next level, be it literally whatever, it doesn't matter what career, whatever, baking, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what this is.
Right.
It's just anything
Right.
like that. We need to meet ourselves. Okay. So we can accept that we're here. And now
Right.
let's work slowly to get to this next level. And if we do diligent practice, like we will get there. And I think it's so important to know that, but it is so hard to like accept it and
Right. Because we
to
want to rush success.
absolutely because we never I
Yeah.
think we did talk about this in the last show, but it's so important to talk about freely. We
Yeah.
never see the all of the failures and all of the sweat that goes into the success. Like we just usually,
Right.
because that's not usually the story. Like the story is, oh, this is a success. Like this is like,
Yeah. Yeah.
like they're at the top of their game, but we didn't see all of that other stuff. Um,
Right.
and the only way
So,
usually to get there is to like practice and to meet yourself
yeah.
where you are and then keep going and building and just building this foundation.
Right. Right. So this is, it's kind of a sidetrack, but not really. There was a study, in the last few years that I read, that, uh, elementary school kids, when they were telling them, when they were learning about like, famous scientists and like their achievements,
Uh-huh.
the group that just read about the scientists' achievements, um, was compared to the group that read about the scientists' like life story and like struggles and had failures and how they got to where they were, and more like a narrative like story of the scientists.
Right.
And I believe that the metric that they were measuring was like self-efficacy, meaning like how much you think you can do a thing.
Oh yeah. Like, so
And the
can you be a scientist one day? Right.
yes, right.
Okay.
Um, so I think, and somebody's going to correct me probably on this, but I think that what happened was that the group that was able to read about their failures and their struggles and their, like the real life part that went into these successes, that went into these, that made these people a household name. The kids who read that story were like way more likely to have, to report like high self-efficacy and like higher hope for themselves of being able to succeed. That took forever to say. I'm sorry.
I really liked it. You know what? You tried really hard, and that's what this podcast is about.
Yeah, words are hard, guys.
Words
Sorry.
are hard. Oh my god.
I think maybe I shouldn't doodle while we talk. Like maybe that works for you, but I think I'm getting very distracted by my drawings. Like I'm like, I'm just drawing this flower, so
I feel like okay, but I feel like it's probably because like you have some artistic ability and like you probably are drawing like, beautiful things. Whereas like
I'm not.
no, I was literally scribbling. Like I looked like I don't quite know what, like, I looked like mad. Like, I looked like a little bit crazy. Like, I was just like, but like, I was making nothing was happening.
That's great.
But yeah, so that's a really interesting study. And I think it's really true because I feel like things seem very out of reach if you don't see the process to get there. Um,
Yeah.
and this is a little off track too, but I also think it's important to tell people that, you can still achieve the things that maybe you didn't think you could achieve. If you just day by day work on it. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's never too late. Like I don't think, I mean, maybe for like some things, like maybe it's not in the cards for you, but I think for most things,
Sure, yeah.
it's like not too late, but the only way you're going to be able to do it is to just, yeah, like meet yourself where you are and know you're going to fail and then just
Right.
keep trying and also like celebrate your little successes.
Right. Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That brings up, and I promise we'll get back to my experience, but that brings up, I didn't tell you this earlier, but, you know how I don't know if you actually know this, but I've always wanted to like live out of a van for a year and go like
Oh,
travel the country.
okay. So like you've never told me this, but like I just like know this about you. Like I just
Right.
this is
Feel
like
it.
this is like a part of your aura. Like you have like a I'm
Yeah.
gonna live out of a van and travel the country aura.
Yeah.
In the best
I
way.
just,
In literally
no,
the
I know, I know.
best
I love
way.
that. I took that as such a compliment.
I'm so glad.
Um, and so like I've always kind of planned on doing that right after I graduate, and by plan I mean like that was like just the idea in my head.
Yeah.
And Cameron and I talked about it today, and um you know, just kind of that's unrealistic because right after I graduate I have to do 2 years of supervision and I can't do that online because kind of my hope is to be able to like live out of a van for a year and do online counseling.
I love that.
Yeah, like you can make, you know, decent money doing online counseling and I wouldn't have to be in a particular place.
Yeah,
So,
that's
but I
amazing.
couldn't do that until I'm done with my supervision, um, in like 3.5 years from now. And so Cam was like, well, like, let's go ahead and start planning that. Like, there's a Winnebago in the, parking lot next to my work. Like, let's look into it. Let's buy it. Like, and then spend 3 years fixing it up and making it ready to go and making it
Ooh,
solar and
oh
like
my
doing all this
God.
stuff. And
I have the biggest smile on my face right now. That is so amazing.
isn't that exciting?
Yes.
I know, I'm
Like,
so excited.
yes. But wait, but what did you think when you said that?
I don't, it's just like, it took this thing that I've had kind of as like this pipe dream and made
Hmm.
it like, wait, here are some like actual steps that we can take and they're totally doable and like, let's, let's do it.
Yes.
And I don't know, it just made it like really, it made this dream turn into like a goal and like with steps and kind of a plan. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
it
you
made me,
can get there,
yeah,
but you know
right.
what? If you wait the 3.5 years, you're not going to get there.
Mm-hmm. No, if I were to just not think about it and just wait and expect it to just fall on my lap in 3 years, then it wouldn't, and I wouldn't be able to do it.
And that would be so sad because you literally, like, I feel like this is
I
just
have
something.
to.
It is, yes.
I have to do it.
Like if you were a puzzle, like this is your missing piece. Like,
Yes. Like I
yes.
feel it as a burning in my soul. Like
Yeah.
I need to do it.
And because we're best friends, I feel like I get what I get sympathy pains with you. And
Yeah.
I feel it. It is I am on my insides are on fire for you to do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited.
I love that.
Yee.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like Ashtanga and like I don't think maybe it's not I mean, it's definitely not for me like health wise, but it
Right, right,
it's opened up like a really interesting thought process and dialogue and
right.
honestly helped me to like stop and celebrate like my little triumphs because I think you need to do that
Nice.
along the way. Like the goal is awesome, but like
Yeah.
let's like it's good to be excited about like the steps you're taking towards it. And if maybe you had a successful step, even how small it is, it doesn't matter. Just like treat yourself, you know, like
Absolutely. Absolutely.
get yourself a cookie. Like I don't know, like do
Yeah.
something. Like
Yeah.
because you should
Yeah.
be
It's so essential.
really really proud of that. Because again, the only way you're ever going to do something or ever get really good at something is if you take those small steps. Which I
Yeah, and it's also a good practice of learning how to like, and some people this comes naturally. For me, it has taken a long time and I'm still figuring it out, but learning how to be my own cheerleader and like
Mhm.
kind of like have my back rather than being an asshole to myself.
Yes. Oh my
Um,
God. I'm okay. Like not all the time, but there are times when I'm such a bitch to myself.
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah.
Constantly. I'm like, I would never say the things that I say to myself to someone else. Like, never.
Never. They would
Right.
be
But like
devastated.
celebrating, yeah, right? They'd be like, fuck you. But like celebrating those little successes towards any goal or just like, hey, I brushed my teeth this morning and I got out of bed. Like if it's a shitty week, then that's celebrate it, you know? Like and
Absolutely.
it's actually also little steps towards becoming your own champion, your own cheerleader, which is such a great place to be in when you can get there.
Yeah, and I think that you can be somebody else's cheerleader even if you're not fully your own, but I think
Oh yeah, sure.
it's so much easier to be somebody
Yeah.
else's cheerleader and maybe help them like see kind of where you
Yeah,
were at
definitely.
if you can be
Yeah.
that for yourself. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So do you want to tell me about your experience?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was, as you guys know, I was very sick. I'm still getting over it. Like I feel 100% better, but there's still a little bit of gunk that I'm, still dealing
Oh,
with in my lungs.
gotta stamp that
The
damp.
damp, stamp the damp. But so when I did it like I think I did it 4 times in the last week, which my goal was to do it 5, and I was sick, so I'm really proud of that, being able to do it four
That's
times.
girl, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. Thank you.
You should be. That's
I didn't.
awesome.
I never woke up with the sun ever, which I didn't really plan to, honestly. Like, no thanks. Because the days that I work, I have to be at work at 7 a.m., so I get up at 5:30. And so
Hmm.
the other days, I'm like, fuck, no, I'm sleeping till 10. Like,
Absolutely. And you deserve it. Well, because
yeah,
like also if people don't know, like she works doubles. So like you're there literally from
yeah.
the early morning to the late night.
I'm there from 7 a.m. until like midnight-ish. Um,
So
when I work
like
doubles, which is twice a week. And then I work
one
another shift, which is like 7 hours.
yeah, like one might say like that's a long day.
It is a long day, yeah. Yeah, so the next morning I'm like, I'm not waking up with the fucking sun to do this Ashtanga
No.
for my podcast. No. Um,
I mean, technically,
but
if you wake up at all during the day, you have woken up with the sun.
you know what? I like the way you think.
Thank
I
you.
like that loophole you just found.
Oh yeah, cutting corners since
Yeah.
1988.
Yes. Nice. And so yeah, so I was sick, and so I really I mean, the first one I did, I think I did maybe like 2 down dogs in the whole thing. The rest of my down dogs were either tabletop or child's pose, just because it was like A, exhausting, and B, like literally draining from my face.
Yeah, like sinus
So
central.
I went through a whole box of tissues just in my hour and a half of doing
Oh my,
Ashtanga.
you poor, I feel so bad. You poor
No,
thing.
it was great. It was great. It like cleared me out. It was wonderful.
Wonderful,
Uh,
but gunky.
yeah, real gunky, real
Yeah,
gunky. It needed to
yeah.
come out though. Yeah. So, but that was good. I was proud that I was able to like meet myself where I was and not try and like push myself. But like overall, like one thing that I battled against is so like I think most people their self-talk tends to be like um kind of harsh on them, kind of like what you were saying, like just do all of the vinyasas and not like just keep going and going and going. Whereas my self-talk is, harmful also, but it's the opposite side of that. My self-talk is like that I don't, it's my self-talk is really lazy.
Yeah, like you're just like, oh, I'm good, I'm done.
Yes. And like I'm not going to finish early because this is something that like I'm doing for the podcast, not for the podcast, it's for myself, but like I have like an external accountability on it, so I'm not going to finish early, but if I was doing it myself, I probably would.
Right.
Um so once I was kind of feeling better, I had to battle against my own laziness a lot, and like actually try and push myself because I can do a lot more than I was allowing myself to do because I was, you know, A, feeling a little shitty, but also like just being lazy. So
Yeah, right. No, well they say oh my God, one of the yogis I follow is Yoga with Adriene. I love her so much. She
yeah,
she's amazing. She often says push yourself to your wall, like to your limit.
yeah, yeah,
And yeah, so I guess you're right. Like pushing past your limit is not good, but
right.
not wanting or not having the will to push
Not wanting to step close to that limit. Yeah,
right. That's also not
right.
good. I'm so proud of you that you did.
Yeah, yeah. I think today was the only day that I actually like really did it. Like the other days I was modifying the shit out of everything and doing every third or fourth vinyasa. And today I did like every other one. And like actually like busted it out. But um yeah, I felt really good. But yeah, it's sort of, you and I had talked about this on the phone before, that
Hmm.
the balance of effort and ease.
I just got so happy again. I want to talk about this so bad. It was
I
like my
know.
favorite. Okay, so again, like Ashtanga, the practice is not for me because of the endurance and
Right.
the intensity. However, there were so many cool things that I learned while doing it, and one of them is this,
Yeah.
and it is so cool. And can you please talk about it because I am not an actual yogi.
Okay. So one of the principles in yoga is balancing effort and ease, which is known as, I've heard it said two different ways. So it's stira and sukha, or stiram and sukham. I'm sure that they're probably both like conjugations of the same word
Hmm.
in Sanskrit, but it basically means like find the place where your ease meets your effort, and that's how you have a sustainable practice. Like if, for you for example, you were probably far too much in the effort realm of the
Yes.
practice.
Yep.
Right. And I was letting myself hang out in the ease without wanting to really step into the effort. And so I
Hmm.
wasn't really remember that video I sent you when I had just done it and I had not a single little ounce of sweat on me and I had just done a full Ashtanga practice?
But I will
Like that's because
say,
I was just fully
you
ease.
but you looked so beautiful.
Thank,
You're welcome. Like
thank you.
it was a really good
Thanks.
but right,
But
I know
yeah,
exactly what
that's
you're
how you're
saying.
able to yeah, that's how you can keep doing it your whole life. And, if it is a practice for you,
I also
yeah,
think that like I don't know, like it meant so much to me when because I think she talks about it, right? She talks about it in
yeah.
the video.
She says, yeah, stiram sukam, a marriage of both. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my God. It made so much sense to me. Like in yoga for sure. Cause I feel like yoga is just like a really streamlined way to get in touch with a lot of these like very
definitely.
big ideas. Um,
Yeah.
but oh my God, it
It's
made,
like an experiential, like life practice. Like you learn so
yes.
much about yourself and how you operate as a person just from this practice.
Yes, and like it gives you like tools to like operate in the world and to just like
Yeah.
understand how you should be kind of going through the world. And
Yeah,
so yeah,
definitely.
when she talked about that, like the effort and ease, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is mind-blowing." Like I knew this, but I didn't know how to put it into words. And I know that
Right.
anything that I've ever like wanted to succeed at or any goal I've had or any goal I've met, it's never been just complete ease. And I feel like
Yeah, no.
sometimes people think that once you've hit success, it's just ease. And I think
No.
you're right. I
Yeah.
think it's a balance of effort and ease. And a really good example of this is, I'm an actor. And so, you know, uh, when we're doing shows, like actors, it's so funny. You talk to them and they're like, so do you get nervous? And it's like, it's a funny thing to answer because like, really,
Yeah.
like, not in the way of like, we get stage fright and we can't go on stage, but like, if
Right.
you don't have like that little bit of like that
The butterflies.
that nervousness and like that energy that
Yeah.
like, it is effort, but the only way to make it look good is to have practiced it so much that you can do it with ease. And it's the only way
Right.
to like
Sure.
be successful. And it's just, oh my God, it literally blew my mind. Like, oh my God,
Oh, good. That makes me
okay,
happy.
you know that the Kesha song, "Go insane, go insane." How does it go? Throw some,
Throw some glitter,
glitter,
make it
make it
rain.
rain. God, That is literally how I felt when I heard that. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Really?
Glitter, making it
It's so
rain.
true.
Yes. It's amazing. Okay, so yeah, so do you think you're gonna, is this like for you? Like, how do you,
Well, yeah, I mean, Ashtanga's always been for me. Like it is the practice that my heart keeps coming back to.
yeah.
Well, in different times in my life because I am so not like I am a person who we talked last time about how I'm a little reckless. Like I lack I also like okay, I'm like my brain is going faster than my mouth.
Yes.
I lack a lot of structure in my life and in the way that my thoughts go and the way that I move about the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I also lack a lot of devotion. Like it's really I here's the thing, I'm great with intentions. Like I will set the most beautiful intentions, but my follow through sucks. So
I think that's true
like
for
having something
a lot of people. I think that's true.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But one of my I took a in my assessments class last semester, I took this, big five personality test that everybody takes.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the metrics on there was I don't remember what it was called, but it was essentially your follow through on like, doing what you say you're gonna do. And mine was like extremely low. I was like, yeah, I know. I think it was like a subset of conscientiousness. Like my conscientiousness was kind of low, but that particular subset of like doing what I say I'm gonna do, specifically for myself, was like real low. I was like, yeah,
You were like, I get it.
yeah.
I've
So
been
yeah,
like,
I
this is
hear
gonna
you.
burn in my
I
way.
know this.
You know what?
Yes.
Back off.
Right. Right. And so like that's why Ashtanga is so appealing to me because it's like everything that I need. It's simple, it's straightforward, it's super structured and it requires a lot of devotion.
Yeah.
Um and that's kind of everything that I'm lacking. So it does call to me constantly. And at other times in my life, having a self-led practice calls to me if I need to feel creative and I need to feel like in charge of my own like experience in that moment.
Yeah.
I've had enough training and time doing yoga to be able to like create my own practice and just kind of flow with it and not really think about it too much. So at different times, I think I need different things, but yeah, Ashtanga, it is for me. Yeah.
It is like and you know what? How cool is that? That it, by practicing it for you, like then those other things, like it has effects outside of just like exercise and yoga. Like it has like
Oh
effects,
yeah.
has like life effects.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing.
Absolutely.
It's like a ripple. Like I feel like I'm just like like when you like throw the rock and like you see the ripples.
Right, right. I feel like for
Was
me,
that a good picture? Like, did you?
that was totally perfect. It
Okay,
was
okay.
beautiful.
Cool, thank you.
Beautiful.
I'm so poetic.
For me, I feel like it's becoming like an observer, like setting aside the time, first of all, is a huge task. And then actually challenging myself is another huge task, like that I don't do very often or very well. But another one is just like observing my own mind and the movements of my own mind.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm constantly doing, but in like a really like mean analytical way. And Ashtanga, it's just like observing in not even just Ashtanga, it's yoga in general. It's just being an observer of your own mind and like letting the thoughts and the feelings and the impulses and the quirks and all these things, letting them pass when they come up. And so you're just residing in this different level of yourself.
Yeah, like you're being an observer just to observe, like not to be
Right.
Yeah, not for any
bitch.
other reason. Right.
Yeah.
Literally, we can make really big bitches to ourselves. Like, why do we do that?
Yeah,
Like,
no, for real.
I
don't
like
know.
why? Like,
I mean, I do know, but
right. But like, we should be the nicest to ourselves.
right, exactly.
It makes
Exactly.
no sense. But
No, and it's one of those infuriating things because it makes no sense, and yet I continue to do it. I know you continue to do it, and like
absolutely.
it's yeah. And then I'm like, then I get mad at myself for being mean to myself. I'm like, damn it.
And then so then you're mad at yourself, but then you're like mean
Yes.
because now you're mad.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like
Yes.
this endless cycle of just like bitch
It's a
slapping
vortex.
your own face,
Yes.
and you're
Your
like,
own face.
why? Why?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, I don't know, that may be something that both of us can kind of, it's not a try, but it's maybe we can kind of try to like be mindful about
Be
not being,
nicer.
yeah, don't be an
Yeah.
asshole to yourself. I feel like that's what
Yeah.
we've
Yeah,
learned
for sure.
through this. Don't be an asshole to
Yeah.
yourself. Meet yourself where you are. And for me, I will say I love yoga, and I do practice every day. If I mean, well, mostly every day. Um,
Yeah.
I try to do 7 days a week. If I can't, I'll do six. And it's been so beneficial for me health wise. Because it's actually
Right.
something that I can do. I don't get overtired. I don't usually do anything longer than 40 minutes. Um,
Yeah.
because that's where I'm at. But there's still a lot of benefits for me. So if there's anybody out there that is kind of in my same boat and wants kind of the same benefits of Ashtanga, it's not going to be exactly the same, do
Right.
that, commit to just doing it 6 times a week, meet yourself where you are, find a gentle
Yeah.
practice and just do it. You got this.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I know that I like saying that sometimes even the idea of meeting yourself where you are can be a tall thing to ask. Not even because of the self-judgment, but sometimes it's like, especially for some of our like younger listeners, or like, I know it took me a while to do the internal work to even know where I was. You know what I mean? Like to even know how to check in myself and with myself and find out what is my starting point.
Literally knowing yourself is a lifelong
Yeah,
practice. It
right, right.
it's great. But I mean, it goes back to exactly the quote that I had said earlier. Like Kierkegaard, he was a smart dude. Yeah, like
Yeah,
like life can only be lived forward, but it can only be understood backwards. So like, what you're
right, right.
constantly learning. Yeah, and so
I love that. That's beautiful.
right, isn't it? It's like one of my most favorite things. I honestly
I
probably
love
say
it.
it to myself every single day. Um,
Get it tattooed on your body. I know
oh
you
my
don't.
God, I have a no, I would do that. I love that. I would totally
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's
yeah.
great.
Okay, so I'm getting a tattoo. So
Okay.
I mean,
Awesome.
I
Yes.
have one, but I'm gonna get another one. Also, I
Okay.
don't wait. What, Mom? What? I don't have it.
Yeah, what? I was
What?
like, wait, Mari.
JK, I was just doing that to
We
sound
can edit that out if
cool.
we need
I
to.
was just like, no, you guys, I was just doing that to sound cool. I would never get a tattoo. Not that tattoos are bad. I mean, everybody is great. And this is a classic case of putting one's foot in one's mouth.
Yeah,
So you're welcome for
yeah,
the example.
yeah.
Like we said, we're 30, we're flirty, and we are trying.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, okay, so yeah, I feel like we learned a lot.
Yeah, it was good. And now my heart is jumping into my throat because I know you're about to tell me what I'm trying next weekend.
Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, so it's completely different from what we did.
Okay,
Um,
okay, cool.
and I'm so excited. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So our try
Okay.
for next week or for this coming week is
Uh-huh.
to bake a
Drum roll?
little. Oh. That was much better. Good job. You're super good at sound effects. Is to
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just like it's like a nice little skill that you have. Like I feel like it's underrated,
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
you're pretty
yeah.
darn good. Okay. Anyway,
I'll
moving
put it
on.
on my resume, not my
I
failure one.
No, but like that is a success. Can you maybe do it again? And for this coming week, our try is we have to bake bread from scratch.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, are there, okay.
So excited.
Okay, but wait.
Okay, yeah, what?
You're gluten free.
Yeah, that's gonna be really hard.
And Cam is my boyfriend, like, is just going gluten free as of this week. And so I'm kind of joining him. Like, I'm not going to buy two versions of things. Like, I'm going to eat gluten free with him, but like, I'm not going to like just abstain completely. But so are we making gluten free bread?
Well, it's up to you. I mean, I have to.
Right.
Whatever you
Yeah,
prefer.
I mean that's something that I'm gonna like I don't know. I guess like Cameron's gonna be gluten free and I'm gonna be, doing that as well to a certain
Also,
extent.
like, how sick would it be if you could like bake him like homemade gluten-free bread?
I know, but wait, how do you even make bread? I know how to make banana bread, but that's basically a cake.
Yeah, no,
Like,
no. Okay, so there are some rules. So rule number one, no cake bread, even though cake bread is delicious. So
it's
no,
so good,
it's
yeah.
so good. Get me some of that pumpkin loaf, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, with like that the cream cheese like drizzle, I can't.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Also, your banana bread is amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so no cake breads. It has to be like a rising bread. Sorry, that was what I meant to say.
Okay,
A
okay,
rising
okay,
bread from scratch.
okay.
Uh
Shit.
huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. So just to give you some
Okay,
just to like give you some context, like I know that yeah, yes, I bake a lot and I cook a lot. I've never once. I don't know anything about bread except for that I like to eat it.
I know about baking bread from the Great British Baking Show, which
Me too.
actually might be helpful. I don't know.
And they make it look so easy and so pleasant.
Of course they do. They make everything look so easy and
Oh
so
my God,
pleasant.
I love that show so much. I love those people.
It's
Ugh,
me too. They're
yeah.
magical.
So like this will also cause us to
Okay,
like watch reruns of the Great British Baking Show. Like we'll like
for sure, for sure.
we'll rewatch all the bread weeks to like get inspiration.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so
Okay, bake a little bread,
that
self-rising,
yeah,
like regular bread.
yeah, and like we definitely need to take a picture of the finished
Oh
product.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah, yeah. But but I think that we're both gonna make a gluten-free loaf, yeah?
Yeah,
So the try is to bake a gluten-free bread.
absolutely. But if you're trying with us and you don't have those dietary
Oh
restrictions
right.
and you want to make regular bread,
Yes.
make whatever bread is your heart's desire, except for a cake bread. Don't do that because that is not self-rising bread. We want like you
Right.
gotta get some yeast. You need some of that yeast,
What do you
okay?
even do? Do you
I
cook it in the oven? What do you do?
have
I like know there's bread
no
makers.
idea. I have no idea. We're gonna find out.
Okay, wait. When are we? I guess we could talk about this afterwards, scheduling wise, because I'm gonna be in Florida for many days, and maybe I'll do it at home. Maybe I'll do it in my mom's kitchen.
Yes, get some like mom input. Um, yeah,
Oh, I
no,
don't know if that'd be a good thing or not.
maybe not. Maybe just like Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like watch a bunch of like Paul Hollywood videos. Like you've got this.
Yeah, for sure,
Um,
for sure.
so
Okay,
yeah, whenever you want to make the bread, make the bread. I know nothing about it either. I'm
okay.
so excited that this has like been, I've literally written this down as a goal
Really?
to like be somebody that knows how to make their own bread.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've like this is something that I've wanted to try too.
Yeah,
I don't know that it was written down anywhere, but it was definitely like in the back of my head, like, oh, that'd be cool to know how to do that
right?
someday.
Yes. I
Yeah,
feel like there's
yeah.
like nothing more like communal than like, I don't know, just like a good loaf of bread.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with
Right?
that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it's like such
It's
like a
probably not gonna be pretty.
no, no. I honestly, all I'm hoping is that it maybe like that it tastes like okay. Like I'm just hoping that it tastes okay.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, me too, me
So
too.
we've really set the bar high for ourselves.
Yeah, kind of.
I love how like all of our like the entire conversation was about like being your own cheerleader and like really just like stopping
Yeah.
like all that negative talk. And we're like, you know what? Yeah, it's gonna be super ugly. It's like not even gonna taste good, but like we tried.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's meeting myself where I am. Like, hey, I've never made bread before and I've never made anything gluten-free ever,
Yes, no,
besides like steak and potatoes that happens to be gluten-free.
right, like
Uh,
naturally gluten
you know,
free.
right.
I'm so
So,
excited, and
that's just where I am, yeah.
I am at the same place. And I've noticed too, like with baking, it's literally like a reflection of what we were talking about. Like anything you can have, I feel like you can have a fluke and like have like the first time you do something be really good. But I feel like for the most part, it's something that you have to practice. And so, you know what? It might not be pretty
They
easy.
might be really
Yeah,
bad.
but we're gonna have like the best time doing it.
Okay, I'm excited. I was really hoping that your first try was going to be some sort of cooking or baking thing,
Yeah,
and I'm glad that it is.
me too. Girl,
Okay, cool.
I was gonna, oh man. Okay, hold on. Are you ready? I'm so sorry. I have to do it.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
ready? Are you ready? Let's do,
I don't know what you're doing.
are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
No!
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry,
Get out of
everyone.
here!
I can't,
Get out of here with that shit!
I can't, you guys, I can't help it. I'm so sorry. Oh
Oh
my
my god.
God, I've got problems.
Okay, sure.
I've got
Pun blums,
pum
as you
blums,
said.
which
No.
really just rolls off the tongue so well. But
It
yeah,
does.
guys,
It's so
all
natural.
right, let's do this. Come along for the try, bread.
Yes, yes. Go on. You saying like rye bread? Oh
Yes.
my lord.
Okay, so I think we need to go because this is becoming really
Uh,
real rough.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully by the time we post this, we will be on iTunes. So, um, yeah. So find us on iTunes. So apparently, the way that we actually get like noticed on the charts is if you all like actually subscribe, and like there's various ways: liking, subscribing, like actually downloading episodes to your phones and writing reviews on iTunes is really helpful for getting our name out there, and we'd love it if you could do that.
Yes, please.
And follow our Instagram. Yeah, follow our Instagram and then send us your ideas for various tries. One of my kids at work, I work at a residential treatment center for teenagers. Um, I'd love it. But one of my kids had a suggestion that was really good, and I was kind of mad at them for the suggestion because
It was like so
something that I
good.
don't want to do. It was something that I don't want to do, but I should do and I need to do.
Okay.
And so I was like, damn it.
Like sometimes I love how like the kids are like completely smarter than us. Like, how are you so wise?
They saw like right through me and they're like, this is what you need. I was like, fuck.
How dare you? But also, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
I'm so excited.
So,
actually, before we go, we forgot a thing.
Oh.
We forgot to do our booze and yays.
Oh yeah.
It's only our,
okay.
It's only our second episode, guys. We're still working out the kinks.
Yeah. Okay. What are yours? What are yours?
Like as quickly as possible. So we'll do booze first. My boo is oh God, do I have a boo? My boo
Yeah, right?
My boo is that I have to leave Florida tomorrow.
Yeah. My boo is that let's see. That fuck. My boo is that we're not on iTunes yet.
That is also my boo. I changed my boo to yours. And you know what we have to say to that, iTunes?
Really loud.
Boo you whore. Boo you whore.
Boo you whore.
Okay, agreed. Okay, so my yay of this week is that, oh my God, I have a couple. So the number one is that I was at home with my family. I got to celebrate a late Christmas with like because of my family. I got to be with my little niecey. She is so cute. And I got to wow, as I lose my train of thought. And I got to be here for my mom's birthday, which is today.
Oh yeah.
It's been
Happy
really
B-Day.
nice. Happy B-Day, mama. And then my last one is that we like launched our podcast this week. So
yeah, we did. That has been great.
That's been awesome. It's been pretty cool.
Yes.
Okay.
So my yay is definitely that we launched our podcast, but also my other yay, I haven't told you about this yet. So last night I went to get drinks with somebody that I go to class that I'm in school with. I never know what to call them. Classmates, cohort mates, school people.
I like school people.
Yeah, this is a school person. But like we've always like really vibed, but like have never hung out.
Hold on. I'm sorry, can I interject? What about education companion?
Yes. I love that. That sounds like a smaller book that comes with your textbook.
That's exactly
Your education
what it is. Your
companion.
education companion, obviously.
Yeah.
I love it. It feels really it feels really fancy.
It does.
Okay, so you were out, you met up
So,
for drinks with your education companion.
yeah, well, and like we vibed all semester and like are kind of both really sensitive people and like spiritually sensitive and
Mm-hmm.
like to other people and like just kind of like really deep thinkers that and like to a fault. It can be like painful to be that way a lot of times.
Right, yeah.
And so we yeah. Anyways, so we finally met up. We've never met up before, and just like talked for hours and hours, and talked about how we've had friend crushes on each other for the whole semester, and like had the best time. It was just so fun.
That
So
is
that's a big yay for me. I like drove home with. I was like beaming driving home.
literally, I am beaming. I told you, sympathy, feelings, emotions.
Yeah,
That makes my heart sing. I love that.
yeah. It's really happy.
Oh
It's
my,
so hard to make friends.
it's really hard to make friends, and it's like, I love. I'm just that just makes me so happy that you have like
Yeah, it
found
was
this
good.
person. That's amazing. And also that
Yeah.
we have now named your grad school people your education companions, and
Education companions. I
it
love
is
it.
perfection. Yay, that's a great,
Us.
that's the best yay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was nice.
Yeah. Okay, so now I think we are
Yeah.
done. I think we're done.
Okay, so yeah, so email us at 30flirty and trying pod at gmail.com. Find us on Instagram at 30flirty and 30flirty turdy.
Okay, we're gonna try that again.
You do it. My tongue decided to revolt.
We are so good at talking, and that's why we decided to have a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, so find us on Instagram at 30 Flirty and Trying Pod. Hashtag
Yes.
come along for the try bread.
No! It's too much!
All right, you guys, let's do this.
Oh my god. You've been working on those the whole time, haven't you?
No, I literally came up with them on the spot, which makes me feel
Okay, good.
so
Cool,
proud.
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I love that.
Thank you. I'm really good at. I have a pun pum.
Your tongue revolted too. I was like, don't say it.
I know it is so bad. Okay, we love you. Thank you for listening. If you're still here,
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Yeah.
Try to make some bread with us, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.